One.
Will gender equality ever be reached? Will I or we ever get the chance to rest our voices or continue to shout for our voices to be heard? Will women ever be equal to the male eye? Gender inequality. Some opinions may be, here we go again. And I agree with you. Here we go again. Women still must fight for the gap to be closed between men and women. Yet we do speak. But ladies, do you speak loud enough? It has now become a problem that feminism is being disguised to man-hating. But there is no problem being a feminist. But there is a problem in 2019. Maybe in our communities or even our school. But we need to unite together and demand change now. It's 2019 and I will not deny the statistics. The statistics are there in black and white. Over the years, women have made a massive improvement from not being able to vote in parliamentary elections before 1918 till today, who our current Prime Minister, Theresa May, has a voice in our nation. But do not let the change and the facts fool you and believe that gender inequality does not exist in our society today. Would you be in disbelief if I told you right now, in this modern society, that there's still an issue with equal pay between men and women? The upcoming generation has to live off the stereotypes that we set in our communities. And what are we teaching them? Because we're women, we must work harder and try and level up to the standards of men. We should be teaching them to work hard, to earn promotions, not exception. Just last year, it was shown in jobs all across America that women earn 80 cents to a man's dollar. And on average, they earn $10,000 US less to what a man earns a year. What do we have to do to earn equal pay? We have to work an extra 44 days just to earn the same salary. Yet we do the same job and probably even work harder, but still, that's not enough. And that's what we're teaching the upcoming generation. And gentlemen, is that what you would want for your future daughters? Now, if I was to ask how many people in this room has ever seen or heard of the footballer Messi, I wouldn't be surprised of how many hands and lit faces would be shown, even if you're not a football fanatic. On the other hand, if I was to show a picture or describe England's captain, Steph Houghton, yet again, I wouldn't be surprised on the unfilled faces left with a question mark on who that is. Steph Houghton is the highest earning female British footballer and is captain of both England and Man City. Yet her achievements are not as highlighted as they should be, as when you think of football, you think of male players and male teams, as football has always been a male-dominated sport. I mentioned earlier on how Houghton is the highest earning female British footballer, but in comparison to the highest male British footballer, the gap is so big, will it ever be closed? She earns on average £63,000 a year, whereas Gareth Bale earns £13 million a year. Yet they both play the same game with just as much passion. Now, women have made a massive improvement yet again. In 1921, the FA banned women playing on league grounds as they believe that the game is not suitable for women and is not ought to be encouraged. But look at them now, making big movements. In 2015, the women came third in the World Cup, closer to the men have ever been. But I wouldn't be surprised of how many people in this room actually knew that. I believe the women will bring it home before the men do. As a girl growing up in a patriarchal society, I was a witness of discrimination simply because of my gender. You know how disheartening it is for a 7-year-old child to hear, "You're good for a girl," when playing the sport you love. You gave everything you could have, but still, it was never enough. It was never about ability, but simply because I was a girl. It's another thing seeing it on the news in bold, gender inequality. But being a witness of it is when you realise that our neighbourhoods are corrupt on the stereotypes that we are only guilty of. We can stand as one and beg for change for another 100 years. Or we can stand together and demand change now. Will women ever be equal to the male eye? Equal from a wife to a husband, a sister to a brother, not for worse but for better. Let's unite as one to make our voices even louder, so this does not happen to our sisters, daughters, or even granddaughters. As women, we do have a voice, but men, so do you. Do not be the shadow, but make an active change. We need to make a change, not tomorrow, but today. Thank you.
Come on. That's what I like to say.
Thank you, Asante. It just remains for you to answer some questions. Are there any questions in the audience? David?
Wouldn't you be biased to gender inequality and in favour of women because you're a girl?
Yes, I would be biased because I'm a girl. No. I'll be biased because I was a witness of discrimination simply because I was a girl. I was that 7-year-old child. I have a passion for football and going to training every single time, going to matches every single time, and when it came to winter, I was always on the bench. Why? Because I was a girl. I wasn't the best, but I was better. I worked hard. I worked harder. But still, I was on the bench. I only got to play 5 minutes. And my ability was shown through a girls' team. Now, so when I was on the bench, when I was in the boys' team, is that because of my ability or because I was a girl?
Thank you. Any more questions? Princess?
Will gender equality ever be reached?
I believe that gender equality will be reached when we start to speak up. Yes, we can have Emma Watson and Meg